spank their bread a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
Do they? Can I pay you to not spank it, thanks?
90-day fiancé, 90 days.
Hello, I'm Wilko. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help. And comment below as we get on to another episode of 90-day fiancé. It's season 11. So many couples and so much trash, mess and drama, so we really need to get into it. Oh, before we start, the tie. There's the tie, everybody, okay? It's elephants. They're doing tricks. It's a beautiful salmon. In the last episode, we saw Stevie telling her dad about the man that she affianced in Turkey. He's not from Turkey. He's from Iran, and he's coming now. But there is a hurdle.
I'm going to change in the airport and put this on just in case I throw up on myself when I go over a bridge.
Over a bridge? Pause it. Is that a thing? Oh, I have so many questions about this getting sick while going over a bridge. Is it a very big bridge? Like, I've seen those really, really high, ridiculous bridges and I think, whoa, if it's just a normal highway bridge, says the man who's scared of Ferris wheels. Hi, it's me. But in my brain, it's not irrational at all. Have you seen them? They're death traps.
Ever since I was little, I've always gotten a little bit sick when I drive on bridges. Sometimes I throw up, sometimes I don't. So I'm hoping today I won't be too anxious. I think there's a lot of things that Maddie might be taken aback by a little bit when he gets here. It's a pretty big list, actually. I don't wear pants in the house because I like to be comfortable. I'm a little bit STD. I like for things to be put back where they belong. I have night terrors. I frequently naps and I fall asleep while I'm eating.
Okay, so she has some sort of at-the-table narcolepsy. She loves taking naps, which I feel like could be in the same category, and she doesn't like being in the house with pants on. Now, when she says like pants, does she mean like pants, or does she mean like she goes full like Porky Pig, just like shirt on top, but everything else just nothing? Stevie, we have questions about the bridge and the throwing up, and then also, are you wearing pants at home? I used to be friends with a guy and he would often be naked at his house and he would just answer the door naked, which... is that illegal? Anyway, it seems fine because Maddie's been warned, right? So he's not going to be completely blindsided with all these things. And it also sounds like she had a night terror when she was with him last and sounded like he was pretty freaked out by it. Anyway, she's off to the airport to go and get him so they can start their 90 days with the K1 visa, but there is a huge hurdle right before them. And again, it's not the hurdle you think, it's the bridge. Wasn't there a show that I was obsessed with for a hot second called The Bridge? I watch so much reality TV, I think sometimes, am I dreaming this show or did it really happen?
I don't like this bridge at all.
It's not that big.
Oh my God. I really don't feel it.
It's very
Even
close
though
to
I'm
the ground.
terrified to drive over bridges.
I really need to find out if this is a thing. People get mad when I use the ChatGPT, but it's the only co-host I have. Is there such a thing as a phobia of going over bridges?
Yep, there is. It's called gephyrophobia. It's an intense fear of crossing bridges. Some people experience anxiety just thinking about it.
Holy shit, you learn something new every day. You know what, next to my one of Ferris wheels, I'll take the Ferris wheel one. You know, like this seems a lot less of an intrusion into my daily life. All right, bridges aside, it does seem that Stevie is really appreciative that Maddie is taking the risk to leave his home because he might not be able to return to his home once he gets to the US. And he had a good life there. That's where all of his family and friends are. So there's going to be a lot of pressure for them to really make it work, even more than some of the other couples, because I don't know if he can go back. Quick question, I need you to look at this photo for me. When she opens the boot, does anyone else think, oh my God, she brought a wedding dress with her? For a split second, I thought, oh, that was going to be excellent. All right, well, for all the work that she put into that sign, she couldn't ditch it quick enough to jump into his arms.
My name is Maddie. I'm 27 years old and I'm from Iran, Tehran. Although I always try to introduce myself as Persian because it sounds like more friendly than Iranian.
Oh, imagine having to think that all the time. I guess, you know, with every country in the world, there's always things where you're like, oh God, are people going to make an assumption about me? Like as an Australian, are they going to think that I'm going around putting shrimps on the barbie? And the answer is, I've never done that.
Oh my God, please just sit down. Just sit down.
I
love this.
Just
Oh, no.
I really love this
She
sign
hates
that
that
Stevie
sign.
has made for me. In Farsi, when you want to say someone belongs to you, you have to just use M at the end of their
and that's
name.
what she's done. Oh, and that's what she's done. Oh, well, he loves the sign, but she hates it. You made it. He does leave his like luggage unattended where they first hug for a second, and it makes me very nervous. Like, I would never. I'm always so paranoid in an airport. Like, I'm holding my bag so closely as if someone's going to like run, grab them, and then disappear. And where? Where are they going to go? Why am I holding them so tight? Anyway, now the K1 90-day clock has started for these two. Over to Shekinah and Sapa, we were left on a bit of a cliffhanger. Not really, to be honest, because they obviously wouldn't put him in the show if he wasn't going to get accepted. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because Sapa wants to do just a little bit of a bit. Just a bit, a little comedy bit.
What did they say to you?
They didn't let me. They didn't permit me.
You're kidding me.
Look
You
at
have
him.
They said
everything.
it will be unfair to let you in
Why?
for American guys because I'm too handsome.
I'm so mad at you.
I am approved. I got it. You know, I got K1. Better than orgasm. Peeing, orgasm, and K1. The three best things in this life. They asked me, what are you doing for a living? And I said, I'm a professional narcissist.
Well, make room. There's plenty others. Okay, I need to talk about Sapa's list for a second. So he said the three best things in the world, the big O, the peeing, and now the K1 visa. Is peeing that good? I've never really like gone for a pee and thought, wow, this is incredible. Like I felt relief for holding on for a bit, but maybe they're into water sports. I don't know, but don't Google that.
Are you ready for me?
Not the first time she's heard that.
Because I'm an asshole, I can say anything, I can mess it up. So I was there, I tried to be as cute as possible. That dominant guy, that alpha male guy went away, and the guy, whatever says, yes, sir, like this.
So submissive Sapa got it. He completely tricked them with his little submissive ways. His submissive act is a little bit campy, isn't it? Yes, sir. Mr. K1 officer, whatever you want Sapa to do, Sapa will do it. Plot twist, he hasn't told his family any of this, so him ditching his parents as an only child could be just a slight little issue. Oh, it's time to meet someone new, and apparently he's very good with his hands.
Oh my God. I'm Gregory, I'm 35 years old, and I'm from Long Island, New York. People really love this. People actually pay me extra to slap their dough a little bit more, spank their bread a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
Do they? Can I pay you to not spank it, thanks? Like, I'll pay you a lot more. Don't spank my bread. How dare you treat carbs like that? This guy is very American and Italian. So the food is of huge interest to me in this whole thing. In fact, more than the actual storyline. Recently, he's lost a bunch of weight and he is delivering bread instead of eating it. And this is why I could never own a bakery, because none of the loaves would get delivered. Now, sadly, he's not just here to talk about carbs, which I could listen to all day and just watch more of the food things. But it's about Joan, because that is who is getting his K1 visa.
She's got just a nice big booty.
Well, it's truth. And you know what? Good for you, Greg.
I actually fell asleep on a gentleman's shoulder on an airplane. He turned out to be
goodness.
from
My
Uganda,
nightmare.
East Africa. After talking to him for 6.5 hours straight, he actually ended up inviting me to Uganda. I checked into the guest house and I saw Joan within my first hour and a half of being there in Uganda.
Oh, what a little meet cute that is. What a nightmare for me, though. Imagine falling asleep on someone's shoulder and you don't even know them and they just let that happen. Like, what a nice person. I've had people fall asleep on my shoulder before, and the whole time I'm like, oh God, now I can't move. So they met and he popped the question, but there's no mention if he's going to put a bun in the oven. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, I had a late night last night, and anyway, there's no excuses for that, but I think that's what you're going to get today. There is just a slight little issue, you know, even though there's so much glorious news with the food and, you know, the carbs, he does live with mum, and Joan is going to move in there as well, and they could be there for quite some time. Like, he says 1 year, but then he says 2 years, so...
It's a huge cock block, you know.
Do I baby Greg, spoil him maybe a little? You know, I like to have a nice meal cooked for him, and I'll go in his room and scoop everything up that's dirty. I'll have to clean the bathroom upstairs, straighten out his room when he leaves the room, put out the garbage.
Oh, she's phenomenal. And obviously we know now that he's just a huge man baby. Just a huge man child. For a second there, when they go out to have a chat, she even feeds him like a baby. Oh, here comes the aeroplane. Mum thinks that he could be in a situation where he's being taken advantage of, but Joan has a bachelor's degree and also has her own NGO. So, I don't know, I think he might have a bit of a prize on his hands.
Having sex, being intimate, right? Is that what you're worried about? Things like that?
All right.
Throw it out there.
I don't want to hear what goes on, remote sexually. Would you consider a separate rooms?
Which room is she going to live in?
Listen, we have a futon on one end of the wall.
You know what, for 3 months she's just going to or for however long she's there, she's just going to be on a futon. I don't know, she's coming all this way. Let her sleep in the room with her man. Also, Mum, you think having them in separate rooms is going to stop them from making a little baby bread loaf? Another bread joke. Come on, Mum, they're going to do it anywhere, anyhow they can. On a real note, Greg actually does seem to really love her and is very down on himself for not being in a better position at his ripe old age of 35, which is a feeling I think we all get in our 30s. Even me, at the end of my 30s, feeling like, what have I done? Back with Mark and Mina. Remember, he's 58, she's 34. And finally, in the 5 seconds before they arrive, he is baby-proofing the house. Doing something last minute, classic dad behavior. But something my daddy's never done for me is pick me up from the airport and flown me home. I mean, you fly from the airport straight to your house. Okay, maybe I'm slowly getting invested in this whole aviation community thing.
J'ai rencontré beaucoup des hommes. Ils pouvaient me donner tout ce que je pouvais avoir comme une princesse, mais ils pouvaient pas me donner une maison, c'est-à-dire une famille, la vie de famille, c'est que Marc m'a donné. C'est ça que j'ai beaucoup penché sur Marc.
Okay, I don't know exactly what she's saying there. No, I can, obviously I don't speak French. Am I hearing this right? So she had many men that wanted her and that could give her everything, but they couldn't give her a family. But Mark could give her a family. So is she only with Mark because Mark could knock her up? Unfortunately, they got some news that Clayton, her son, who's not Mark's son, couldn't actually come with Mina because some passport thing, which makes me think they left it to the last second. How long does it take to get a passport? And do all these people leave things to the last minute, tell their parents stuff or make huge life choices? Over with Juan and Jessica, they're doing all that checking in business and they're going to be all in one room.
Been such a long day for me and I was super tired. These boys are full of energy.
He farted.
Where did they get it from?
I'm not used to be around kids, seeing the chaos, seeing the cute bar, everything. It was a little weird to me.
Kid. Bring it in, we need to talk. Is it just me or is anyone else waiting for Juan to just snap? He keeps proving me wrong, but this would be a huge adjustment. And the way he speaks about everything, changing his life, I just keep waiting for him to snap, but he just sort of keeps his cool. Whoa, this is an aggressive couple reveal, isn't it? Guys, cheer up.
You're gonna need to change your face when we get there.
Okay, well, we can't all just change our face, okay? Well, I guess we can these days. He confesses to his family that he had the K1 visa appointment and he is confirmed to leave. The rents are shocked. Okay, pause on them because I want to get back to Mina. I need to know more about her. I'm a little bit obsessed already. She has landed. But I was incorrect. I thought that he was going to fly to the airport that they were flying into and then pick them up from the airport in a plane. But she still has to drive from the big airport to some smaller janky airstrip.
Trouvez-vous le statue de la liberté? La statue de la liberté.
Oh, baby, it's not there. No.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, honey. Did you look on a map as to where you were going to live in the United States? You know what? She might not know where the Statue of Liberty is, but you can say one thing about Mina is that she has more pearls than a Harry Styles concert. I mean, wow, clutch those babies.
I just need sleep. Maybe you give me massage, Mark. Why not?
Massage with champagne.
Yeah, maybe one little baby.
Over Jordan's dead body. Oh, honey, calm down. Whoa, you little horses. You just landed. Well, I guess the clock is ticking with Marky Mark and his funk bunch. Oh, I'm sorry. I told you the gear was going to be bad today. No, I take it back. I like it. Mark and the funk bunch. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't kill me, babe.
Not yet. And with that and them in the sky, the 90 days begins. Back with Juan and Jessica.
Are those penguins or what's that?
Definitely not penguins. We don't have penguins. We don't have penguins here.
No, honey, there's more chance of seeing penguins than the Statue of Liberty, but still no penguins in Denver that I've heard of. Once again, I don't think Juan has really Googled where he's going to live. because he seems very shocked by the lack of anything.
I don't even see houses. It don't look like people live around here. Jess and the boys like to play this game called I Spy, but the only thing they were spotting was like cows, like just flat land with yellow grass.
I don't want to play anymore. Pretty boring.
Agree. Welcome to Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
Okay, all right. He's got his jacket on and he's ready, but he's definitely not going to play I Spy anymore. And what's that? Oh, yes, one has already clocked the scent, the beautiful scent of Wyoming.
Smells like cow poop.
And during the first house tour, which will always be very different to how you see it on FaceTime, Juan has clocked exactly what I noticed in the last episode.
Jessica's a super positive person. She has a lot of things hanging around with sayings and messages about like, yeah, you got this, like, you need to be grateful. I don't have no problem with the messages. I think there's a lot of messages and it might be too much, I think.
It is way too much. And until they did this like pan around, I didn't know how many things. There is not a bare bit of wall anywhere. She has put some sort of motivational saying on every inch of available wall in that house. He has also clocked that there's something about the primary bedroom that's just a little bit off.
So no door.
No door.
No
Doorless.
door?
Doorless bedroom.
There is not even a little privacy. There's no privacy.
No door? Listen, I know when you have kids, there's no privacy. But like, that's why you have a door that you put a lock on so they can't come in when you want to do some stuff, right? Also, the house layout seems very confusing to me. You have to go through the primary bedroom to get to the boys' room, and the boys' room has a toilet off it. So why don't you just make your room where the boys' room is, and then you can shut a door and you can have the toilet there, and then the boys can use the other toilet. You know what I mean? Like, why have we got it set up this way? I have questions, Jessica.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Need to talk to you.
Love you.
After I talk to you.
Sweet dreams, Juan. Back with Maddie and Stevie, and her arch nemesis is back.
The bridge.
Babe, you need to talk to me. I don't like bridges. Babe, listen, why are you talking about it?
It's not a bridge,
ask.
babe.
Okay, well, let's not talk about it.
I had never heard about being afraid of bridges or
Neither.
something like that. I think it's super real. I can feel the fear in her eyes.
Something tells me, Maddie, that Stevie has other things up her sleeve, but there's some stuff that she's got hidden, because I don't know, it feels like because she told her dad so last minute, being afraid of judgment, you know, Stevie's just keeping some stuff to herself.
What else makes you happy?
What?
What else makes you happy?
You only go for the boobs. Kiss me.
Well, Hooters don't make everyone happy. And I don't know, some people go for the wings, right? It's very different to where he's from. Imagine being from a place where everything is just so repressed. Anyway, all that talk of Hooters got him really hungry. Obviously for the wings.
It's been a long time.
It's been
Too long.
way too long.
Oh, no, my correction, sex. Yeah, no, the one sex, yeah.
This is the very first time that I'm seeing a flag of the US, which is like being free and just so powerful. Like in my whole life, it was always on fire or people would walk on it.
Oh, of course. That's hectic. This whole situation must really mess with your mind, because coming from a place where you're trained that America is just the worst country in the world and you're now in it, I don't know, it would really do your head in. Also, he has left his entire life for one person. Like, you must really want to be with that person, or at least think you do, especially when you don't even know that you can return to your home if things don't work out without getting arrested.
Can I ask you a question? If one day I want to go back to my country and there is a chance that they won't let me exit the country anymore, would you let me do that?
If that's what you really wanted, but I would be extremely sad.
She's really shocked that already he's asking about going back, but it is good to know that she's not going to like hold him captive. But you can't judge him too harsh. Like, this would be a huge adjustment. We're back in Turkey, and the bomb of Sapa leaving home has just been dropped. And they give us another impressive couple reveal. Oh, another one. Oh my God, he's so mad. So mask and dominant. I want to see a couple reveal with the submissive one, thanks.
Siz gelemeyeceksiniz.
Hayır yani düğün
They can't go.
evlilik
Yok, düğünde müğünde olamayacaksınız maalesef. Yani olursa. My parents cannot travel to United States because of the visa, and they won't be participate in my wedding.
They they can visit at some stage, right? I don't know what the state of America is like at the moment in regards to people from other countries just even visiting, but they can visit, right? Right? I don't know. Everything changes so fast there now. And not necessarily in a great way. They keep talking about how he's such a control freak and Sapa is trying to let go and not be so planned, but he's really taking the chance. The family seems sus on this decision. We have to check in with Mark and Mina because, oh, look at that. They have landed and they're also revealing, just like Matt and Amini, they're also into role play.
It's sexy.
Sexy. Merci.
The uniform.
No, made the uniform.
You too. Play flights a ton. Okay, Mr. Captain. Need a help? I give you a cafe?
Routade, some champagne. My beautiful flight attendant.
Et attachez votre ceinture. Le vol risque d'être très perturbé.
The table is upright. I promise you.
And we're going down. Is the tray table like pill assisted or anyway? Now I'm not totally sure that the house is to Mina's liking. Well, it's like big, but
La maison elle est grande. Il fait partie. Ça fait aussi l'espace qui est à la maison. Il y a aussi l'espace qui est la solitude en fait. Quand Marc ne sera pas là, je dois apprendre le crochet, je crois. Je sais pas.
What do you think you were going to do? Get onto YouTube. There's this really great channel I've heard about. Okay, so we know that Mark isn't entirely put together with like getting anything sort of planned. It's crazy as a pilot who follows a flight plan, like in his real life, there's just not a lot of planning. Last minute with all the safety stuff, with the baby going to be in the house, and he hasn't really cleared anything out for her. Just like a tiny little bit of space. Like really, try and make it nice for her. But there's one big thing that he really forgot to do.
This is big Clayton's room.
This is Jordan and Jack.
Yeah, a long time ago. It's just because Jack's room, you know.
J'ai trouvé une photo de famille avec son ex-femme. OK?
Shut up.
Je check à droite et je vois encore quelqu'un qui me dit « Tu es chez moi ». Son ex-femme encore. Et donc, ça commence à faire quand même trop pour une personne qui n'existe plus à la maison. Marc, il aurait dit les enlever. Ils n'ont pas à être là, à ma présence.
They call it the language of love, but I'm not feeling a lot of love from this language right now. Also, Mina, you should know Mark after all this time that his brain doesn't think like that. Like he should. He really should have gotten rid of them. Like his ex-wife shouldn't be on the walls. Okay, so that was one of his kids' rooms, and obviously they would have a family portrait up there on the wall. So, but if you knew that it was going to be someone else's room, maybe you would clear some of that stuff out. Maybe, I don't know.
He sent me stock, you know.
Stock?
Simple.
Yeah, simple.
Okay. We can paint, we can get new furniture, we can change things. We'll get the Parisian
like
style in here in New Hampshire.
I need to move in the city.
Oh, all right. Give us some time.
That face is suggesting that there's going to be no time given, Mark. I'm sorry. Here's what I don't like about Mina. Mina, you could have looked on a map to figure out exactly where you were moving to. Like if you wanted to move with this man and you only wanted to live in the city, then you probably should have made that clear. Like I'm only going to move to America if we're in a city. And when she says city, like does she feel like she's going to be living that Carrie Bradshaw life, skipping up brownstone stairs? Like what does she think was going to happen? Like you're in New Hampshire. Statue of Liberty, not there. Carrie Bradshaw life, not there. It doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Although when Mark does call the bedroom the love chamber, that also really puts me off.
I stay with you for life. This is true.
But you convinced me to move somewhere
I don't
else.
stay here.
First day here, you tell me you're not staying. This was one of my biggest concerns. Mina can be a little hard to please.
You don't understand me.
No, I don't understand.
Well, you probably should understand each other if you're going to do this whole like 90-day K1 visa thing and get married at the end of it. And also you have a kid together and she keeps talking about wanting another baby. Like, I can't blame everything on Mina though. It also seems like Mark maybe doesn't also tell the full story because he just wants to like get her there and then he'll figure it out later. Maybe do some prior planning.
No,
So you stay here 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
Maybe 6 months.
6
Try,
months?
not 6 months and we leave. 6 months to try.
But I never imagine is this. S'il y a une possibilité qui paraît de partir demain, je saute, je pars sans regret, sans réfléchir.
I don't know. Again, oh wow, she's a catch. And that's not me saying that Mark is great. I think there's going to be more that we're going to find out about Mark as we go on. And obviously his daughter seems real fun. But Mina, what did you think that you were coming to? Like you thought you were just going to come here and then like bully him into just getting exactly what you want? It has to be a partnership. Everyone has to make compromises. That's life. You said that you had all these guys who were offering you the world, but Mark was giving you the thing that they couldn't give you. Now you've got it. Like, Isn't the whole family thing, shouldn't that be like the top priority? She keeps talking about how like the kids couldn't possibly grow up in New Hampshire, but I don't know, it seems like a pretty nice community to me. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's over. Oh, another episode done for 90 Day Fiancé. If you made it this far, here's what I need from you. I'm assuming you're going to have some thoughts and feelings on Mina, and I really want to read them, so make sure you pop them in the comments below, because the whole Mark and Mina thing is so confusing to me. If this is your first time to the channel, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. Go and check out the other videos. There is another episode of 90 Day Fiancé here, and there will be more in the next coming days. So make sure you check back every single day to stop and have a watch of Rehashed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.